Welcome to Tech Topics. My name is Stephanie, and I'm an assistive technology and activity specialist with Future Insight. I hope you'll subscribe to this channel, like this video, and check back frequently for more content. Today is going to be about a couple of very specific tasks to do on an iPhone, and that is how to create a contact and delete a contact. Siri, unfortunately, will not do this at this moment. It does not support Siri being able to just add a contact. I think that would be a fabulous suggestion. If you could just say, Siri, add so-and-so to my contacts, and then they could ask you to fill in the fields verbally that way, but it just isn't supported as of now. So many people ask me how to add and delete contacts, so I thought we would tackle a little bit of the contacts today. First, you can get into your contacts by asking Siri to open contacts, or you can ask Siri to open phone. Your contacts are in either. I typically prefer to navigate into my contacts by opening my phone app, but you could do either. But for today's purposes, we're going to do it through opening phone, the phone app on your iPhone. And I'm sharing my screen as well as I have VoiceOver on, the screen reader for iPhones, for iOS. So you will see and hear my screen as we navigate together. We'll do a little bit of layout. First, I want to orient you to where we're at when we open the phone app. So across the bottom, there is a menu, some tabs, and we'll talk about what is there from left to right, the very bottom left corner. So you're going to aim and touch the very lower left corner of your screen.
Favorites, tab, 1 of 5.
Okay, and we hit favorites. Favorites is that lower left option. And it also said it's 1 of 5. So we know there are 5 things going from left to right. So I'm going to flick to the right. And then next we will hear
Recents, tab, 2 of 5.
Recents. They're talking about recent calls. Flick to the right again.
Selected, contacts, tab, 3 of 5.
Contacts. And you notice contacts, it says selected. Visually, it's highlighted. And with VoiceOver on, it's notifying us that it is selected. That is the same thing. With Vision, they use the word highlight. With VoiceOver, selected. It's the same thing. So we're already in this area of this app. But if you want to know what's after that, just to know what's going across the bottom, if I flick again to the right with one finger with VoiceOver.
Keypad, tab,
We have
4 of
keypad.
5.
Keypad is where you can make your calls. And once more to the right.
Voicemail, tab,
That's
5
where,
of 5.
That's where you would find your voicemail. But we're already in contacts. If you were not, if it did not say selected, or if it's not highlighted visually for you, then you would tap with Vision on contacts in the bottom middle, or you would tap on it. You would hear it say contacts with VoiceOver, and then double tap with one finger anywhere on the screen, and you will be in this area of the app. Because what you hear with VoiceOver is where you are. So we touch contacts, we heard the word contacts, and so we know we're there, we heard it. What we hear is where we are, so now I just double tap with one finger to say, yes, that's where I want to go. All right, so we're already in contacts. Now, most apps have menus or tabs across the bottom, and then they also have some other features across the top. Now, I am all the way back at the very beginning of the contacts area. For example, if you get into your contacts and you already see, or you flick to the right and you hear different names, alphabetical contacts, Amy Brown, I don't know, Carol Dunlin, I'm making up names entirely, then you are one level beyond forward of where I am. So you would look for the back button in the top left and tap on that, or double tap with one finger if you're using VoiceOver. So I'm already back at the very beginning. All right, and so at the top,
9 for edit button.
We have edit. And that is exactly where we can do some editing. But we're going to flick to the right.
Lists, heading.
And there's a list heading. It's just saying, yes, we are in this area of the contacts section of the phone app. We are in lists where you can have different types of contact lists. So in other words, yes, you can have a family list of contacts, a work list of contacts, a medical list of contacts, things like that. You can set it up however it works best for you, or you can just have them all in one. Some people don't even bother. All right, we're going to flick once more to the right with VoiceOver.
Add list button.
And here's where you could add a list if you want to start creating your own lists to separate things out for your contacts. So first, I will show you how to add a list. So when you touch that in the upper right,
Exchange button. All exchange.
all right.
Add list button.
So I heard add list in the top right corner. Once you hear that with VoiceOver on, you can double tap with one finger.
iCloud button.
All right. So it's going to give you choices. What kind of list do you want this to be associated with? Do you want it to be associated with your iCloud, your Google, your Gmail, and so on? There's some choices. But I do want mine to be in iCloud, so that's where it throws you in, the very top. So I'm going to tap or double tap with VoiceOver using one finger.
List name. Text field. Is editing. List name. Word mode.
Okay.
Insertion point at start.
Then it said list name, and I'm in the edit field, so the keyboard comes up in the bottom half of the screen. So I'm going to type. You could dictate and use the microphone button if you did not want to type, but I'm in this recording, so I have to type. So I'm going to type family. I'm going to create a family contacts list.
Cap T. Cap F.
Oops, and I don't know if I just did something
Done.
by accident
Delete.
there, so I'm going to make
Cap
sure this
F.
is empty.
Delete.
Okay, yeah.
Cap D. Cap F. Cap A M I L L T Y space family.
All right, and so you heard I typed it in correctly, family. And then all I have to do down at the bottom is
Done.
hit the done. In the lower right corner, there's a done button. So once you go to that lower right corner, you can tap with Vision or double tap with your screen reader. And I'm going to do that.
Edit button.
All right. So we heard edit button. If we flick to the right,
Lists. Heading.
look at that. We're back at the very top of this main screen area of contacts. And if I flick right again,
Add list button.
that's, again, where we could add a list. But let's keep going. Now, if we flick right again, we're going to move down into our lists of all our different types of contacts. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to flick right.
All contacts. 2 contacts button.
All contacts 2. That's just what is actually on the phone and not in any other type of list. There's not many there because everything is organized more in a list. But let's flick to the right.
iCloud button. Expanded.
Okay.
Double tap to collapse.
So next is iCloud expanded. So it means it's opened up. So if I flick to the right, I will see all the different iCloud contacts lists that I could work with. If I double tap here, tap with Vision or double tap with VoiceOver, I would collapse the iCloud area and you wouldn't see all the different lists underneath it. It just sort of hides it. So it's already expanded though, so we'll leave it like that and we'll flick to the right with VoiceOver with one finger.
All iCloud. 402 contacts button.
So all iCloud has 402 contacts. I'm going to go flick right again.
Family. 0 contacts.
And there's
button.
family, 0 contacts that I put in there. Let's see what's below that.
For demonstration. 0 contacts. Button.
And then there's another one. Yeah. For demonstration, 0 contacts. If I flick right again,
Exchange button.
it moves
Expanded.
into exchange.
Double tap to collapse.
Yeah.
For
All
demonstration.
right. I went back one. But if I also have exchange, so I could have lists in there, but you may not have exchange, so it wouldn't show up. So it might look a little different. You might just have the iCloud. All right, so I am on
Family. For demonstration. 0 contacts.
for
button.
demonstration. So I'm going to say I want to bring up that list. I want to open it up. I would either tap with one finger using your Vision or double tap, now that I've heard it, with one finger using VoiceOver. So I will do that.
Stephanie Hurd. My card.
All right. So now it threw me at the top.
Dictate button. Search. Add. Email for lists.
Actually,
Search. Search. Add button. Email all for
I want to get to
demonstration.
the
Add
very
button.
top here.
Add button. Email all for demonstration. Lists. Lists. Back button.
There we go. Did you hear it say lists back button? And there was a little bong there. Can you hear that tone? I don't know. It's very subtle.
Lists. Back button.
That means there's nothing before it. So if I flick left, I'm at the very, very top. I'm at the top left corner. So lists back button, that would be where I go if I wanted to get out of this demo area and go back to all my different contact lists. But I'm going to flick to the right.
For demonstration, heading.
And there's the for demonstration heading. It's just saying, yep, you're in this list right now. Flick right again.
Email all, dimmed, button.
I could email all, but it's dimmed because I don't have any contacts in here. Let's flick to the right again.
Add, button.
And here's where we want to show you how to add a contact. So any list that you bring up, any contact lists that you have opened, at the top right,
search, add, button,
is that add button. Okay, so once you hear the add button, you can either tap on that if you're using your low vision, or once you hear it, you double tap with one finger with voiceover. So I'm going to double tap.
Add. Sheet grabber, expanded, button.
All
Double
right.
tap, back button. Add contacts to for demonstration.
Okay, I'm going to flick to the right.
Contacts, heading. Done, button. Search, search field, dictate, button. Section index, adjustable. Insert new contact, button.
So I want to insert a new contact.
A, heading.
See, here's the alphabet, but I have none.
Insert new contact, button. Text field, is editing. Sheet grabber, expanded, button. Add photo, button, image.
All right, so now I
Two
am
white
in the
circles
beginning
on
of
a
this
purple
whole,
circle.
I'm in the beginning of this whole add a person. I'm going to touch near the top left corner.
9:51 p. Close, button.
About a ½ inch down, and that's close button. So if I want to go back out of this and not add a person, I could hit the close button. But let's flick to the right.
New contact, heading.
All right, the heading.
Done, dimmed, button.
And done is dimmed because I haven't entered anything, so there's nothing to say I'm done doing. I'm going to keep flicking to the right.
Add photo, button, image.
You could add a
An
photo of
illustration
somebody
two
here.
white circles against a purple.
Sorry, you could add a photo of somebody here if you wanted to, but I'm not going to do that for today. I rarely add photos and take the time to do all that. You can enter as much or as little information for each contact as you wish. It's completely up to you. I'm going to flick to the right.
Text field, is editing. First name, word mode, insertion point at start. Use the rotor to access misspelled words.
All right, I'm in the first name field, okay? So I've got, and the keyboards comes up at the bottom. So now I can type, or you could use the microphone to dictate a first name, but I've got to type. So bear with me as I enter things today. So I think I will add Mickey.
Cap M, I, C, K, E, Y.
Okay, so I entered Mickey. Now I have a choice here. I can go back up to the top and try to, touch near the top and flick to the right till I hear first name, and then continue on flicking to the right to get to last name, and double tap on that to make sure the keyboard is going to associate with the last name and type in the last name. Or I've entered the first name, and now I could just hit the return key on the keyboard, which is almost in the lower right, a little up from the lower right.
Return.
And when I hear return, with your vision, you could tap that, but I'm going to double tap with voiceover, and let's listen to what it says.
Text field, is editing. Last name, word mode, insertion point at start. Use the rotor to access misspelled words.
So it already threw me in last name by hitting return. So I didn't have to necessarily go up to the top, touch the screen, and keep flicking to the right to get to last name. But you could do either or. So now I will enter a last name. I'm going to enter Mouse. Did you guess that I was going to do that? Mickey Mouse. All right, I'm going to do Mouse.
Cap M, O, U, A. S S E E
All right. And I entered mouse.
space mouse.
See, that you heard it. I put a space after so you'd hear it say it. And now let's hit the return key again.
Return. Text field is editing. Company. Word mode. Insertion point at start.
Okay, I don't
Use
want
the
to
roller
add
to
a
access
company.
misspelled words.
Yeah, I don't want to add a company. I could write in Disney or whatever. Again, you can fill in whatever amount of fields you wish. It's all optional. Well, let's try hitting return again.
Delete. Return. First name. Text field is editing. Mickey.
Brought
Word
me back
mode.
to first name.
Insertion
So
point at end.
you cannot keep hitting return to get to each and every field. It's just doing the first few. So now I have to touch near the top.
Add photo button.
Okay, and
Image.
I'm going to flick to the right.
White. First name. Text field is editing. Mickey.
All right, flick to the right again.
Clear text button.
I could clear text. If I double tapped on that, it would totally get rid of Mickey and I could re-enter a different name. But I'm happy with that. I'm going to flick to the right again.
Last name. Mouse. Text field.
All right, so there's mouse. I'm going to flick to the right again.
Company. Text field.
I don't want to add a company, so I'm just going to flick to the right here.
Add phone button.
And here's add phone. This is what I do want to add a phone. So I'm going to tap with vision or double tap with one finger using voiceover.
Remove text field is editing. Phone. Word mode. Insertion point at start.
All right, now at the bottom half of your screen is not a keyboard, but a numpad. All right, and there is no dictation button with like there is associated with a keyboard. So now we have to type in Mickey Mouse's phone number. So we will just make it sort of silly.
1 1 2 2 3
1 2 3
5 5 5 5
5 5 5
3 6 6 6 6 6
6 6 6 6. See down here in the right corner,
delete
there is a delete, but there's no return. Okay, so I can't just do that. I have to go back up to the top, near the top, and touch anywhere.
Add photo button.
And then flick to the right, and you're going to, flick to the right a bunch till you get back to your phone number.
First name, last name, company. Remove mobile button.
Okay.
Activate to choose type.
There you go. So its default is mobile, but if I wanted to change it, I could double tap here and I would change it to, home phone or business phone, etc. I'm going to leave it as a mobile phone. I'm going to flick to the right.
Text field is editing. 1235 556 666. Word mode. Insertion.
All right, so that's the phone number for Mickey Mouse. Not really. Don't try to call it. I'm going to flick to the right.
Clear text button.
I could clear the text and just retype the phone number again. I'm going to flick to the right.
Add phone button.
You could add another phone number. Let's keep going to the right.
Add email button.
All right, so you could double tap here and then the keyboard would come up and you could type or dictate the email address, but I recommend if you want it to come out exact without errors, you might want to type the email address because, sometimes it could make those little mistakes it does when we dictate sometimes. You don't want to have to bother to redo. So you might want to type, exact email addresses, but I'm going to flick to the right.
Add pronouns button.
You can add pronouns. Flick to the right.
Ringtone default.
Ringtone. This is nice. So ringtone, it has a default, which is just the standard one for the phone. But you could, I will do this, tap or double tap in here. I'm going to do that.
Sheet grabber expanded button.
All right. So now we're in the
double tap to dismiss.
We're in the different types of ringtones. Okay. Let's find one.
Sheet grabber cancel but ringtone heading.
Let's see. There's the ringtone heading. It's assign them in the right area.
Done button. Emergency bypass switch button off.
So here's a good thing that
Double
you
tap
can
to toggle setting.
Sorry. Here's a good feature. All right. When you hit emergency bypass, you can tap or double tap to turn that on. And that would make it so that if you have Do Not Disturb on your phone, if you have emergency bypass on, then Mickey Mouse would still be able to call you. All right. So this is for ringtone for phone calls right here. So Mickey Mouse could still call me if I turn that on. And that would just be a matter of double tapping with VoiceOver there. But I'm going to keep going, flicking to the right. That's all I'm doing.
Emergency bypass allows sounds and vibrations from this person even when the ring switch is set to silent or when a focus is on.
Well, there you go. It gives you the explanation. Flick to the right again.
Haptics. Default. Button.
Haptics are the different types of vibrations it would give you. Let's keep going. I'm looking for actual ringtones.
Default. Selected. Harry Potter theme. Cover.
Harry
button.
Potter theme is selected. That's the default for this.
How much is that? Doggy in the window.
How much is that
button.
doggy in the window?
22. Button. Adam's Family Lurch. Button. Carnival Party. Steel drums.
So there's a whole bunch in here. Some I've purchased. Some are ringtones that came with the phone. So you might not have the same ringtones as I do, but they're all listed there for you to make a choice. So once you've made a choice, you would just double tap on it. You will actually hear a sample of that ringtone, and then you would go up to your top right corner.
Done. Button.
And once you hear done, you can double tap or on done.
Done.
All right, so
Ringtone.
now
Default.
we're back in our adding the contact different fields.
Add pro ringtone.
So there's the ringtone. So the next one, if you flick to the right, is
text tone.
Text tone. All right, so there's text tone. You can do the same thing. I can double tap.
Sheet grabber. Expanded.
And then I'm going to flick to the right.
Cancel. Button. Text tone. Heading. Done. Button. Emergency bypass. Switch button. Off.
All right, so emergency bypass for text tone is separate from ringtone. So you could choose for Mickey Mouse to be able to call you through a ringtone emergency bypass, but maybe you don't want him to text tone you, or vice versa. Or you can allow it so Mickey Mouse, has permission to emergency bypass and reach you via ringtone and text tone. But they're two different aspects, features that you have to turn on or off. So that's just by double tapping on them with your VoiceOver. So then you would flick to the right again.
Emergency bypass allows sounds and vibrations from this person even when the ring switch is set to silent or when a focus is on.
And there's the definition of that. Flick to the right again.
Haptics.
There's your
Default.
haptics.
Button. Store.
And a store, so you can go and shop for a text tone.
Tone store. Button. Download all purchased tones, but this will download all ringtones and alerts purchased using the opening double quotation. Default.
I'm going to keep going.
Selected. Jetsons doorbell. Button.
So right now my default is Jetsons doorbell. That's the default. And let's see if I kept going. Flick to the right.
Alert tones. None. Button. Cartoon funny. Button. Eerie organ. Halloween. Button. Halloween. Kids Halloween.
So there's some Halloween. I have some different things in here. But you would hear your different choices. They're going to be different if you have downloaded some, but there's also some, innate ones that came directly from the phone. So when you find one that you want, you simply tap with Vision or double tap with VoiceOver, and then you go to the top right corner.
Done button.
You find the Done button. Once you can tap on that with Vision or with your screen reader. Once you hear it say Done, you can double tap with one finger.
Text tone, default.
And now we're back in the text tone area field for all the different contacts, pieces we can fill in here. So we can continue to flick to the right to move down the list.
Add URL button.
You could add a website.
Add address button.
You could add a physical address, a street address here. If you tapped on that and just fill it out, flick to the right.
Add birthday button.
You can add a birthday, which is really nice because then it ends up being in your, calendar for if, every year you want to be notified when Mickey Mouse's birthday is. You can work with that. Flick to the right.
Add date button. So
there's the date.
Add related name button.
You can have a related name. You know, maybe he's Mick instead of Mickey.
Add social profile button.
Social profile. Is he on Facebook or Instagram? Things like that you can easily get to that way. Flick to the right.
Add instant message button.
There's that instant message.
Notes.
Now you can have notes at the bottom here.
Notes. Text field. Double tap to edit.
You would double
Use the
tap.
rotor to access.
Yeah, you would double tap, and then the keyboard would come up, and you can, add any note about this person you want. Mickey Mouse, favorite color, blue. See him every year at Universal Studio. That was bad. See him every year at Disney World. How dare I, right? And so on. So you could have any kind of specific note dealing with Mickey Mouse.
Add verification code button.
You can have a verification code, which really isn't something the average person is going to deal with. It's a code to make sure this person is a verified person, basically. But this is more for famous people to verify if you have a famous person in your contacts.
Add field button.
And you can add a field, okay, if you want to do that.
Add to list button.
And add to list if you want it to go to a different list.
Add to list.
And
button.
that's the end. That is the bottom. Do you hear if I flick to the right?
Add to list. Add to list.
You hear that
button.
little slight bong with that, meaning there's nothing after it when I flick to the right. So now I don't have to flick to the left. That's the opposite. And I would go up the list if I wanted to review or fill out something I didn't and I changed my mind. But if you're just all done entering all the fields, you're going to aim for the top right corner.
Done button.
And you're going to hear the word done. You can tap on that with your vision, or you can double tap once you've heard it with one finger if using voiceover. So I'm going to do that.
Done. For
Okay.
demonstration, back button.
So now, let's see where we are. It said demonstration back button. But if we flick to the right,
Edit button. Logo other. Mickey Mouse.
there's Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
All right.
Edit button.
So what if
Edit button.
I wanted to edit his contact? I would go in the top right corner if I needed to edit something about a contact. So it doesn't matter which contact you're in. You would be in your list. So let's
For
go back a layer.
demonstration. 10:06 for demonstration. Back button.
Top left corner, you would find the name of the list, demonstration, back button, that left arrow. And so you would tap or double tap on that. So I'm technically in my big, huge list of all my demonstration contacts for purposes of privacy. That's why I created this. But we have just Mickey Mouse in here. So I'm going to add quickly one more just so I can show you then how to edit or delete. I'm going to go to the top right. We'll review quickly.
Add button.
There's the add button. Double tap.
Sheet grabber. Expanded button. Back button. Add contacts to for demonstration. Contacts. Heading. Done button. Search. Dictate button. Section index. Adjustable. Insert new contact button.
Insert new contact. Double tap.
Text field is editing. Sheet grabber.
It gave me
expanded.
the first name, so I'll add Donald.
Cap D. Cap D. O. O. N. N. A. A. L. L. D. D.
I'm going to hit return when I'm done.
Return. Text field is editing. Last name.
And it did throw me in last name. I'm going to do Duck.
Cap S. Cap D. Cap U. U. C. C. K. K.
That's Duck. And I'm not going to enter any more information. I'm just going to go for it and add him quickly up in the top right.
Done button.
There's that done button. So I'm going to double tap.
Done. For demonstration, back button.
And I need to go back a layer because right now I've created Donald Duck's contact, and that's where I'm at. I'm inside Donald Duck's contact. I don't have both Mickey and Donald here. I'm only in Donald's. I need to go back a layer with this demonstration, a test demonstration contacts list from the top left corner, which I double tapped on. And now I'm in the list. So if I flick right,
For demonstration, email all button.
I could email all, but I don't want to. I'm going to flick to the right.
Add button. Search field. Dictate button. Stephanie Hurd. Donald Duck.
There's Donald Duck.
Mickey Mouse.
And there's Mickey Mouse. Of course, you heard me too, because, you're always a contact with your contact list as well. All right, so now maybe I want to edit one of these contacts. I'll edit Mickey Mouse.
Donald, Mickey Mouse.
So I'm going to double tap on Mickey.
Logo other.
And then in the top right,
Edit button.
once now that it is a contact, I'm inside Mickey's information, the top right now says edit. So I will hear that.
Edit button.
You could either tap on that with vision or double tap with one finger if using voiceover. So I'll go ahead and do that.
Edit. Done. Dim
All right,
button.
so now I can go through these fields, flick to the right.
Add photo, but first name, last name, map, company, text field. Remove mobile. Mobile button. 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 6. Text field. Double tap to edit.
Okay, maybe I want to fix the phone number. Maybe they got a new phone number and I had to change it. So I would flick to the right till I reach their phone number, and I can double tap.
Text field is editing.
And
1, 2, 3, 5.
The numpad comes up. Maybe I just want to change that last digit. Maybe I made an error.
9. Delete. X.
So I went to the lower right, I found the delete key, and I tapped on that, and I got rid of the 6, and maybe it ends with a 4.
1, 4, 4.
So now I entered the 4, and I'm done editing that contact. So
Done button.
the top right now becomes the done button, right? Because I'm editing, and now I'm done editing. So that top right corner is the done button. I'll double tap.
Done for demonstration. Back button.
Okay, and now I'm still in Mickey's contact. Let's see if we can hear the phone number now. Now I'm not going to tap on edit in the top right. This time I'm just going to navigate through by flicking to the right and hearing the information.
Edit button. Logo other. Mickey Mouse. Message button. Pop-up button.
I could message or
Double
call.
tap to activate the picker.
I could message or call Mickey because I've entered, a fake number. Haha. So you will see those options. I'm going to flick to the right again.
Call button.
I could
Pop-up
call
button.
there. So I could message or call. Flick to the right.
Video button. Pop-up button.
All right. I'm going to flick to the
Double
right
tap
again.
to act mail image. Possibly an illustration of a gray envelope in a purple
So
circle.
possibly if I had their email in there, you would see the fact that you could email them. I'm going to flick to the right.
Contact photo and poster button. Mobile 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 4 button.
Okay. If I double tapped on that, it would try to call that number. Okay. So you could do that. I'm not going to, it's not real. But allowing the information that you have the phone number in there then allows you, if you have the phone number and the email in there, you could then use, Siri with this contact or any contact you've entered this type of information for, because once they're in there, then I could say, Siri text Mickey Mouse, or Siri call Mickey Mouse, Siri email Mickey Mouse. If you have that information in your contacts for those people, once you've entered it, then you can work with Siri to, use those features with Siri. I'm going to flick to the right again.
Notes.
There's some notes.
Text field.
I didn't
Double
have
tap
any.
to edit. Send message button. Pop-up button.
I could send a message.
Share contact button.
Here, this is important. I could share the contact. So if somebody says, hey, Stephanie, can you send me Mickey's contact? I really need it. I could go into Mickey's contact and double tap on share. And then any of the methods that your phone has to share that contact would pop up. And you can do that and follow it through.
Add to favorites button.
Remember
button.
on the front screen, on the front home page of the phone app, there was a menu at the bottom, right, that had favorites, recents, contacts, keyboard, and voicemail. The lower left was favorites, so I could add Mickey to the favorites, and then when I tap on that, I would see Mickey in there. So if you have a few favorites, you can even put them in there. I wouldn't over inundate it with favorites, or it wouldn't really be a quick little, list of favorites. It'd be too much. I'm going to flick to the right.
Included in list. For demonstration button.
And that's just saying the list it's in.
Add to list button.
You could add it to another list.
Add to emergency contacts. Button.
You could add to emergency contacts, which is different than emergency bypass. Emergency contacts is associated with, if you've fallen and you have your SOS and your help, your emergency contacts, that would be called, that's separate. So you could add Mickey to that, or anybody that's in your contacts that you want to have put in there. But I'm going to flick to the right again.
Block contact. Button.
This is important. If, you get those contacts, you just aren't associating with them anymore, or something, just, for whatever reason, you could block a contact, okay? And double tap and follow that, they'd be blocked, yeah. Just be careful you don't accidentally block people.
MM.
And then
block MM. Tab bar. Favorites. Tab.
All
1
right.
of MM.
We are at the bottom of that.
Block tab bar. Tab bar. Tab bar. MM.
Okay. So that's what's in there if you don't edit. Let's go back to the edit in the top right.
Edit button.
I'm going to double tap on that.
Edit. Done. Dim.
And let's
button.
see what's at the very bottom of edit.
Tab bar. Favorite. Delete contact button.
Delete contact is at the very bottom. So this is how you delete a contact. So you would open up your phone app. You would go to contacts in the middle. You would have your contacts list that you want to bring up. And then you're going to flick to the right to pick a name. There is also a picker item like that you can flick up and down with voiceover to go to A to B to C to D. And quickly, if you have I don't have that many contacts in here, but if you had a lot of contacts, that would be the best method. Or you can search for the contact at the top. But once you've opened a contact you don't want, the best way to find the delete button, right? You got to open up the contact. So in this case, Mickey Mouse. Then you have to go to edit in the top right corner, double tap on that with voiceover. Now, the best, because it's at the bottom, so the quickest way to find the delete is to touch the very lower left of the screen.
Tab bar, favorites.
And you're touching favorites, but you're not opening it. So with voiceover, this is with voiceover. If you're using your vision, you're going to just slide to the very bottom where you see delete. But if you're using voiceover and you just want to get there really quick, touch the lower left where you hear favorites. You don't double tap, just touch it once. And then you're going to flick to the left.
Delete contact button.
And that's what you will always land on. That's the very bottom thing. So I want to delete Mickey. So I'm sorry, sad to say, I'm going to delete Mickey. So we're going to tap with vision or double tap using voiceover.
Delete alert. Delete contact button.
And it asks to delete contact button, right? So you
delete contact button.
It's giving you that option again. So if you want to delete it, you're going to double tap. Well, tap with vision or double tap with your screen reader.
Delete contact lists.
Okay. And now,
button.
Sad to say, Mickey's all gone. Let's make sure.
Search. Dictate. Stephanie Hurd. Donald Duck.
There's Donald.
Tab bar.
And no Mickey.
Tab 1 of 5.
All right, so that's the quick nuts and bolts on getting started with your contacts inside your phone app and how to add a new list of contacts, how to add an individual contact, how to edit a contact, and how to delete a contact. So I hope that you'll practice these, because once you enter that information once, you can then have the benefit of using Siri to text and call those people or email people. And it will just keep things in a nice working order for you on your phone. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Keep on practicing, and I look forward to the next time. Thank you.